The First Lady's documentary film Melania is set to hit theaters tomorrow as she gives the world a rare look at life leading up to Inauguration Day. But first, she joined the Five on Fox yesterday, giving viewers a window into her family, touching on her son Barron's role in her father's 2024 presidential campaign.
He's 19, almost 20 years old. I'm very proud of him, and he's an incredible young man. He understands now. He's involved. He knows what's going on in the world. He talks with his dad. He talks with me. He was very involved in the campaign. He gave him all of the ideas who he needs to talk to, all of these YouTubers and podcasts. So he was really a smart mind behind it.
Joining us now to react, senior writer for The Washington Examiner and Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, your reflections on her interview with our colleagues at The Five.
Well, Todd, Carly, it is fascinating to watch the First Lady doing as much media as she's doing now to promote this documentary, this movie, because ever since she was thrust onto the stage 10 years ago, she has been almost as private as any First Lady we have seen in the modern TV era. And perhaps that is because of the Trump's youngest son, Barron, who was just mentioned. He was still in grade school, 9, 10 years old when Donald Trump first took office for his first term. And as a mother, he was the first priority. But since that time, Barron has shown to be not only a top student, but the president's social media top unofficial advisor. I mean, it was Barron Trump who urged the president to do as many podcasts as possible, including guys like Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, during the 2024 campaign. That was an effort to reach Generation Z voters, and particularly young male voters, and it was highly effective, as we saw from the results and the exit polls regarding young male votes. And having met the First Lady personally, and just by watching her over the years and listening to her, I mean, she is the embodiment of class, of dignity, of elegance. And that's what makes her a truly transformational figure. And this is definitely a movie I think many Americans may want to watch, because you're going to learn a lot of things about her because of the privacy we mentioned, things you may not have never known for the first time after watching this. And I think, therefore, this is something that I think a lot of people are going to be very interested in seeing, because she has been so private, and now she's willing to open up about her life over the last 10 years, which I can imagine has been one big roller coaster ride, certainly.
Yeah, no doubt. And Joe, on that note, one of the questions that was asked of her yesterday, and I thought it was a very good interview on The Five, was what can people expect to learn about her after watching this movie? And here's what she had to say.
I think in every scene they will see how I work, who I am, how I communicate with people, and they will know me a little bit more. They know I'm a very private person, and I'm a very selective person, what I do, what I don't do, when I talk, when I don't talk. And that's my choice, and nobody is in charge of me, and I'm not in charge of anybody else.
Yeah, so she is a very private and selective person. So one of the most surprising things about this movie is that she agreed to make it. And I think that's one of the things that separates her from in first and second term, is that now she feels like she's been there before. She knows what to expect, so she can let people in a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. And her son now is nearly 20 years old, so perhaps that protection around him is something where, okay, Barron's more on his own now, and I can afford to let myself go in terms of letting the American people know more about me. Overall, just a great interview on The Five yesterday. Obviously, you can rewatch that if you haven't seen the whole thing. In the end, Melania, that's going to be hitting theaters, and this is something that I don't think we've seen from a First Lady before, a movie about the First Lady. And I think in her post-presidential life, as far as leaving the White House, I don't think she'll be doing a podcast. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way, that Michelle Obama is doing. But I think in the end, she'll go back to being the private person that she was before Donald Trump ever became a political figure.
And that interview certainly proved the old adage, opposites attract, because Donald Trump, not a private person by any stretch of the imagination. Joe Concha, thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.